Hi. Let's learn about the 2008 recession and its causes. The Great Recession was the sharp decline in economic activity that started in 2007 and lasted several years, spilling into global economies. It is considered the most significant downturn since the Great Depression in the 1930s. The term Great Recession applies to both the U.S. recession, officially lasting from December 2007 to June 2009, and the ensuing global recession in 2009. The economic slump began when the U.S. housing market went from boom to bust, and large amounts of mortgage-backed securities and derivatives plummeted in value. While no explicit criteria exist to differentiate a depression from a severe recession, there is a near consensus among economists that the downturn of 2007 to 2009 was not a depression. During the Great Recession, U.S. GDP declined by 0.3% in 2008 and 2.8% in 2009, while unemployment briefly reached 10%. According to a 2011 report by the Financial Crisis Inquiry Commission, the Great Recession was avoidable. The appointees, which included 6 Democrats and 4 Republicans, cited several key contributing factors they determined led to the downturn. The 2001 dot-com bubble implosion followed by the World Trade Center attacks of September 11, 2001, hammered the U.S. economy. The U.S. Federal Reserve responded by cutting interest rates to the lowest level since Bretton Woods to stimulate the economy. The Fed held interest rates low through mid-2004. Combined with federal policy to encourage home ownership, low interest rates helped spark a boom in real estate and financial markets and a dramatic expansion of the volume of total mortgage debt. The aggressive monetary policies the U.S. Federal Reserve Bank took, along with other central banks around the world, was widely credited with preventing even greater damage to the global economy. However, some also criticized the moves, claiming they made the recession last longer and that they laid the groundwork for later recessions. For example, the Fed lowered a key interest rate to nearly zero to promote liquidity and, in an unprecedented move, provided banks with a staggering $7.7 trillion of emergency loans in a policy known as quantitative easing. Along with the inundation of liquidity, the U.S. federal government embarked on a massive program to stimulate the economy in the form of $787 billion in spending under the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act. These monetary and fiscal policies reduced immediate losses to major financial institutions and large corporations. Not only did the government introduce stimulus packages, new financial regulation was also put into place. In response, in 2010, U.S. Congress passed and then President Barack Obama signed the Dodd-Frank Act, which gave the government expanded power to regulate the financial sector, including greater control over financial institutions that were deemed on the cusp of failing. It also created consumer protections against predatory lending. Following these policies, the economy gradually recovered. Real GDP bottomed out in the second quarter of 2009 and regained its pre-recession peak in the second quarter of 2011, 3.5 years after the initial onset of the official recession. Financial markets recovered as the flood of liquidity washed over Wall Street. According to official Federal Reserve data, the Great Recession lasted 18 months, from December 2007 through June 2009. Not officially. While the economy did suffer and markets fell following the onset of the global COVID-19 pandemic in early 2020, stimulus efforts were effective in preventing a full-blown recession in the U.S. Some economists, however, fear that a recession may still be on the horizon as of late 2022. On October 9, 2007, the Dow Jones Industrial Average closed at its pre-recession high of 14,164.53. By March 5, 2009, the index had fallen more than 50% to 6,594.44. Here are 3 key takeaways. 1. The Great Recession refers to the economic downturn from 2007 to 2009 after the bursting of the U.S. housing bubble and the global financial crisis. 2. The Great Recession was the most severe economic recession in the United States since the Great Depression of the 1930s. 3. In response to the Great Recession, unprecedented fiscal, monetary, and regulatory policy was unleashed by federal authorities, which some, but not all, credit with the subsequent recovery. Hope this would help. Thanks for watching.